Hello and welcome to the Cryptonaut podcast. I am Mark Storrs, and hanging out with me as always is
Rob Morphy.
And
Chris.
Gentlemen, this is a topic which is, I believe, foundational to not only music, art, pop culture, everything that we grew up with. This is quite possibly the building block for all of it.
Okay.
The music video.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh. Now,
It was important.
It definitely was.
So we live in a world now where the music video, but they're still out there. Bands still put them
yeah,
out.
they
No,
still do
all the time.
Shockingly.
Constantly.
Yeah, but
Which-
there's not like an MTV to.
No.
No, which is, I think all MTV plays now is like that Rob Dyrdek, like ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Like, do they do anything?
I haven't tuned to MTV in so long, I
You know-
wouldn't know, but it
No,
definitely,
yeah.
they long abandoned music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
VH1.
VH1
became
held on for the longest
the
time.
place to watch
Yeah.
music videos.
And even now, I don't think, does it even exist? I don't even know.
Don't know VH1.
There,
you know
there
what?
might be, but it's at this point there could be like an MTV 7 channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There was like MTV 2. There could be a offshoot of that plays videos again.
So VH1 has Dating Naked, Girls Cruise, Brunch with Tiffany, Basketball Wives. So I think VH1 went also the way.
I'm sure it did.
Of
of-
reality TV.
Yeah.
I
which-
know there was like a retro, maybe it was MTV too, that like played old-timey videos for old-timey folks like us. And
Yeah.
And that's great. But what's cool about where it's gone is that because it's no longer curated, it is just, I don't know where bands get the budget to make videos, to be honest.
You know,
But
it's actually so much cheaper now.
because of digital video.
Oh, dude, it's so much
Yeah,
cheaper
that's
for
true.
bands. Like, way
But-
cheaper.
YouTube is just a cavalcade. Like,
Yo, 100%. That's
it took me a long time being old. It took me a long time to realize that, like, you know. All right. So taking us back to, our youth, say where it went from like glam metal, and certain elements of hip hop or whatever, and then morphed into the grunge scene, and then it was a pretty good rocking pop punk scene in the mainstream of America in the early to mid '90s.
Yeah.
Like you'd think like that doesn't happen anymore because it's been, and this is fine. I have no problem with it because I love all this different types of music, but it's been oriented towards like hip hop and R&B. As far as popular music, rock and roll has not been, with the exception of like the Killers and a few bands here and there. But on on YouTube, like there's a whole underground, like there's a whole new movement of kids that grew up, and they were younger than us by far, and they grew up loving the music that we grew up with, and so there's a whole huge rock and roll movement, and a whole huge punk rock movement, and a whole huge metal movement, and a whole
No, yeah.
and a whole huge underground rap movement.
You got to dig a bit, but it's there.
And,
Yeah.
and different styles of rap that haven't really been seen since the 80s.
Yeah, dude, like MF Doom and shit
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Like, oh, fuck, dude. That's like,
Fascinating.
oh, dude, so fucking
So
good.
it's like it's a spoil of riches. You can find what you want, and I'm all the time. Like I just recently stumbled across. I think I was telling you guys about it, a girl named Eka Vandal,
Oh, yeah, you were telling
British-
us. Yeah.
Indian, I believe, by ancestry, and fucking punk as shit. I
Yeah.
love it. But I'm there's always like new Kenny
Yeah.
Hoopla, like on and on. So I love that now it is just, instead of waiting for MTV to show it or waiting for a radio station to play it, you just go out and find it, and you're gonna find tons of shit.
What's kind of cool
Yeah.
about it is, like, in a way, it's freeing because you don't need MTV to have a video to get popular.
Exactly.
You can just be a band. Like Dead Guy they're putting on a new record, I believe, on Relapse, and they just put a new video out, and I've never seen a video from them. So many bands, whether it's metal, hardcore, punk
Sure.
rock, hip hop, whatever. Now you have the ability to be like, we're going to shoot a video, we're going to put it on YouTube, we're going to get millions of views, and there's no
Yeah.
MTV gatekeeping. Because for us, MTV was where everything was birthed and then died.
Yeah,
Whether you're talking
100%.
about MC Hammer or Nirvana or fucking Morbid Angel or
And things
whatever.
got
Oh, yeah.
overplayed, and
Yep.
then you had to
Oh,
wait
yeah.
for niche showcases like 120 minutes
Dude.
or Headbangers Ball.
Yeah.
And even then, they
Yep.
almost
I mean, I
always
can remember,
disappointed.
like, as a kid, my earliest memories are of Adam Curry and Ricky Rackman.
Right.
Ricky Rackman obviously being from Headbangers Ball, and Adam Curry just being the VJ.
He was also Headbangers Ball in the earliest days.
He. See, I was there like when I was. I mean, I was. It was probably 91 ish, maybe when I was like started like watching Headbangers Ball because I was like 11. Yeah, I was probably like 11 or 12. So yeah, Adam Curry was already gone. It was already like Rackman. But just putting, I remember hitting channel 30, and it would be MTV, and just like, oh yeah, it's fucking MTV, like, and it was just,
Yeah.
you could sit and watch these things all day. It didn't matter what time of the day it was,
Nope.
and you could just watch them. So, being a kid, and this actually is tied to Beavis and Butthead, because when Beavis and Butthead came out, that was a whole other music video experience, because you were watching Beavis and Butthead watch music videos,
like the meta.
Yeah.
and they would do videos that were never fucking shown anywhere,
Right.
ever. And I can remember watching the episode where they watched Morbid Angel's God of Emptiness, and I think it was Beavis. He's like, "Whoa, was that a bear?" Like when the dude opens when he opens it up. But then I can remember catching that again on Headbangers Ball and being fucking blown away by the music video with this dude just like turning into some fucking demon thing, and and it was so cinematic. And I'm like, dude, this is like a horror movie. This is like a fucking drama. This is a sweet fucking death metal band. Like, this is fucking
Some
killer.
of the greatest videos had all those elements. And as an aspiring filmmaker when I was a kid, that was the route. That's the route David Fincher took before he directed Seven and Fight Club and all the other films. He was doing, I think, Janie's Got a Gun and videos. So it was the proving,
my God,
it was the
that's
proving
right.
ground for young directors.
Yeah.
And it was a great way to like study the form. Plus, now everyone, and like cameras are so much lighter and cheaper, and you can do
for sure.
like crazy angles are common now. But I remember movies even into the 90s, like it was your standard 2-shot, people walk into a room, close up, establishing shot of building that they're entering now. Like it was very, except for like a few filmmakers, like again, like Fincher, certainly old school European filmmakers like Dario Argento, like the Japanese and the Italian filmmakers always made dramatic films, but American cinema was very stodgy. But music videos was a venue for visual storytelling first and foremost.
It's quick.
In that Tony Scott style.
Yeah.
And I love that because I've always been a guy that's, you want a good story, you want all of that, but filmmaking's a visual medium. And I guess one of the I remember early music videos always freaked me out because they always seemed to be like Rockwell's Who's Watching Me or Billy Idol's White Wedding.
Yeah, dude, who's what?
There was always like some
the hand,
dude,
goddamn weird fucking hand.
Especially the early shit, like that Herbie Hancock one with the fucking
Rocket.
Yeah,
dude, like
the leg.
Yes, dude, the early shit especially, like just being a kid watching that, and you're like, what the
early
fuck?
MTV
like,
is
weird.
like what's going on now with like early AI. Have you seen some of those like really dark, nightmarish, undulating AI images?
Yeah, they're all
like,
all the videos are gross.
It's like the kids of this generation got what kids of our generation got.
Yeah,
but it was obviously more man-made, absolutely. But cinematically speaking, I think one of the videos I loved, and I loved the band. Like one of my first favorite bands. My first favorite band was Blondie. My second favorite band was Duran Duran.
Oh,
and the
shit.
video for Wild Boys, because it was its
that
own
was-
post-apocalyptic movie.
Yes.
There's a couple videos that have that vibe.
Oh,
That's one. That was one of them.
They were great.
Yeah.
I mean, the music was so fun, and the videos were always engaging. But I just remember this human like pinwheel, going into the water with this like mutant monster, and fucking and it was very Roger Miller-esque, and it was certainly influenced by I don't even know when it came out, like 84 maybe, I'm not sure precisely when, but I remember like that being an experience. And the other one, like
man.
another one they did that felt like it was like set in a fictional communist country, where there was this flag, everyone was emblazoned with this flag. Oh, what the fuck was it called? New Moon on Monday, maybe?
I remember the song. I don't remember the video though. Could be the video for it.
And it seemed like it was set in like an iron block country. And
this
like,
was Duran Duran?
Duran Duran.
Oh, yeah, New Moon on Monday. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I don't remember the
There's
song.
a crazy flag in it.
I'm looking up images for him. There looks to be like a weird moon image. There's a weird moon image.
But yeah, no, like
dude, Hungry Like the Wolf. I know that's like
Fun.
fucking. That's like, but come on, that video fucking rules.
No, I look
dude.
at all of the Duran Duran. They were quick and like Rio was just like he's looking on a boat
Oh,
going.
dude, yeah, come on,
I didn't give a
Wham?
shit though. Like,
Come on, man.
Oh,
like,
ceaselessly
dude,
entertaining.
all that, like, dude,
Wham still brings me joy.
Wake
All of
Me-
us joy.
Yeah, dude, like Wake Me Up. Come on, fucking Last Christmas. Like that shit was like Like, is he going to get the girl? I don't know.
But
I hope he
also,
does.
it was like
It's been years. I know
Hallmark
what's gonna happen, but I still don't know.
It's been years.
It was like a Hallmark movie before there were Hallmark
Yeah.
movies, and you didn't have to sit through an hour and a half of bullshit plot points.
No,
and
but it was-
cliched
Yeah.
characters. You just got all the high points,
Yeah.
self-focused,
It
3
was-
to 4 minutes, and they just
Nailed
pounded
it.
you with,
Oh, yeah.
with everything.
and you walked
100%.
away. You got the gestalt of it instantly.
Dude, now let's go back to Headbangers Ball to I remember the premiere for Unforgiven.
Oh boy.
And you're like, wait a minute, what? Hold on a second. Like, what is this again? Like, wait, there's a
Unforgiven.
dude, wait, and he's in a room, but he's a kid, and he's drawing shit in the wall. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I
Yeah.
remember the premiere for One was like the biggest thing
Oh,
in the
because
fucking
they'd never done a
universe.
video.
So Metallica's first
That
video.
was their first video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Oh, wait. Yeah, shit, it was, wasn't it?
100,000,000% it was.
No shit.
Like everyone was somewhere.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it was like our, it was like our
Yeah.
moon landing.
What year was that?
It was 88.
Ah, see,
Potentially
I was still
89,
too
but
young.
88. But
Yeah, because like Jeff Wiggins introduced me to Metallica. Because I remember him giving me like,
and it was a
Kill
banger
'Em
video.
All.
So like
Yeah, one
Sure.
fucking ruled. I can remember having a VHS tape where I would tape my favorite videos, and I remember having that on there, and like Mother and like a couple of other ones.
Yeah.
But actually, yeah, that's another like super cinematic one.
oh yeah, it was
Along
crazy.
with Unforgiven too. I mean, that was like not Unforgiven 2, but Unforgiven 2.
Yeah,
But
I
whatever.
wasn't nearly excited at that point.
No,
No.
no. I mean, even like
Definitely not.
like Wherever I May Roam is kind of cool. Like, I mean,
Mm.
the tour videos, like Iron Maiden Wasted Years, the video for that.
Wasted
Oh
Years
my
is so
Sure.
god, it's so
fucking
good.
good.
Holy shit, it rules, dude.
That was on like a top 10, like they had like the hard whatever, and it was a top 10 like hard rock countdown, around
Yeah, yeah.
4 or 5 every fucking day.
Oh yeah, dude.
that
for
was on
sure.
there for a
A
while.
long time.
That was my first when I really started getting interested was Wasted Years. Because think Iron Maiden, you fucking see Eddie and the Devil, what the
Yeah.
fuck? But then you're like,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Understand.
we're like,
Yeah,
I just kind of
they're
freaky
fucking-
still, but like this is not what I thought. You know what I mean?
No.
And we're- it's just fucking.
Dude,
that's
even
a
like the
dope
videos,
fucking-
like the what was the one with that's funny because they have the Crimson Ghost in it. It's Hallowed Be Thy Name. I'm pretty sure it's got to be the video.
Oh, it
for-
might. It might.
yeah,
be.
because it has like a bunch of like horror movies and shit playing in the background. Even videos like that where like it's a band that you hear and you know it, and then you finally discover they have a video and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, this
There's
is
an
not the
Iron
thing.
Maiden video, and that's what they look like. Like, oh, that's fuck. I mean, yeah, I saw a picture of them, but you're like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
is awesome.
Sure.
Like for discovery, for me, that was always cool. Like listening to a band, then like reading it in I don't know, Hit Parade or Krang or whatever, like metal magazines and shit were out. I'm like, oh shit, they got a video? Like, no way. Like the Misfits only ever did one video, and it was Brain Eaters, and it's not that great.
Right.
Spoiler alerts.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Brain
'cause-
Eaters is not a song.
No, it's not. But
it's
they
not.
did a music
It is-
video
it's-
for
it's
it,
a
and
song,
it's a
but-
fucking bummer because you're like, God damn
Why
it.
would you pick that fucking song?
Yeah, of
out
all-
I'm
there's nothing remotely Misfits about it. It's a fucking. It's a sea shanty.
It's so.
It's a
fucking
pirate. Like it's a fucking single. Like
It's so dumb,
It
dude.
really is. It's a shanty.
yeah. There's no.
It's a punk rock shanty.
It is. I'm like, this is not a thing.
That's hilarious.
No, they had so many like Astro Zombie. They could have done
Oh,
Nike.
yeah.
They could have
Any
done
other fucking song.
Any other
off
Then-
fucking
fucking
song.
I'm not even
Yes,
sure. I think Brain Eaters was okay. So Brain Eaters was on Walk Among Us, so they must have had the promo behind it to actually release it. I didn't ever see that like on MTV proper. That came out like years back, but it was a proper music video. So I'm assuming they must have shot it to be put out.
somewhere, and
I mean,
MTV would be the
they
place.
were broken up by '83 though, so it didn't really matter. They were
Right.
never gonna. But I mean, even like old like Ramones videos and shit like that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
just. What I said, it's one of those things like where it's discovery. Just watching Headbangers Ball, you got to, I remember like King's X videos. And you just got to like discover all these fucking bands.
I would keep like a little notebook and jot shit down.
I would
because
record
No,
this shit.
100%.
I
Because
would
you never
even,
knew when you were going to see it again, and then you'd have to go to your local record shop
oh yeah,
and
Yep.
take a chance, and you only had so much in your allowance, so you had to make
Yeah.
sure there was a couple of songs you at least wanted to hear.
yep.
It was all a weighing out system, or then you fell in love with a band, and then like Slayer or something, and you're like, oh yes, I
Yeah.
will just purchase on sight unseen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slayer's another one, man. Fucking great videos, like Seasons in the Abyss, where they're just like, I don't know, in front
But
of the
they were also
pyramids,
late to the
just
game.
chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they didn't. I don't think they did anything. There was no. There was Rain of Blood. I think that was the first record that they started doing videos off.
Was it?
Yeah, but they were around for a while, and they never did. They never put anything out like ever.
Yeah, I didn't remember.
One of the last videos they did with Felissa Rose. It was from that Repentless.
Oh, that's the prison.
The prison one.
Yeah,
that they did.
yeah.
It came out. I mean, I say a few years ago, but it's probably over 10 fucking years by now. But that was like one of the last ones that they did. Yeah.
Well, you got to give Sleepaway Camp props,
dude.
I think my favorite thing about, I guess, 80s and 90s, maybe in 2000s, was when like you had like famous bands do songs for like a soundtrack, and they either incorporated clips of the movie,
sure,
or like actual people like from the fucking movie,
like Doc in Nightmare on Elm Street 3,
like fucking Dream Warriors,
dude. Yeah, or like Alice Cooper, the man behind the mask.
Alice Cooper behind the
which I have an inexplicable soft spot for. That
love
song,
it, dude.
that video.
Me too.
I love it.
You just get clips from the fucking John
It's so-
Parr, fucking wanna be a man in motion, and he's hanging out with the fucking like the Brat Pack, whatever. I'm like this,
dude.
They just fucking
that
make
was
these.
That was the rarity of the video that had the
Loved
song
it.
from the movie, and then you're like, oh, they're gonna be in the fucking video, man.
You see
That's so
clips
cool.
of that in there.
Fucking Terminator 2, dude, with Guns N'
Guns N'
Roses.
Roses,
You could
yeah.
be
Fuck
mine.
yeah.
They incorporated Terminator 2 into that.
Fucking, and then there was
Loved it.
There was ones where they just did clips, like I think Lou Gramm's "Say Hello to the Night" for Lost Boys, but they didn't have any of the actors in it. But then there was like El DeBarge's "Who's Johnny," which had Ali Sheedy and a cardboard cutout
That's sick.
of Mahoney. I'm trying to blank on his name. Mahoney, fucking the guy who
Steve Guttenberg?
Steve
Steve
Guttenberg.
Guttenberg. The
Jesus
Goots.
Christ,
The
Goots.
goddamn Goots.
I know, I'm ashamed of
Mahoney,
myself.
Yeah, Mahoney.
They couldn't get Mahoney for it,
Yeah.
but they got Ali Sheedy.
How could you not get Mahoney for that?
Fucking love El DeBarge's "To the Beat of the Rhythm of the Night" is one of the most beautiful dancing videos ever. Just iconic
great. It's a great
LA
song.
locations, a great catchy song. People dressed in terminally 80s fashion, dancing in the street for no fucking reason. I absolutely love it as a 1-2 package video and song.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah, no,
I'm still
it's fucking
stoked that
great.
bands put videos out. And now that it's so much more accessible, like you can just watch them on fucking Instagram.
Sure.
Like, and there's plenty. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
I stick to more, like hardcore punk metal stuff. But
Yeah.
there's just, like
There's tons of good stuff.
120 minutes for me, actually, being a kid that was into punk rock stuff. Because obviously, you've got, you have Headbangers Ball. And occasionally they'd be like, oh, here's like, fucking Biohazard or like whatever. They would have like some like crossover, like the Cro-Mags.
Yeah.
They had the Cro-Mags video on there. I'm like, who the fuck are the Cro-Mags? Like, this is fucking sick. But then when you got into like 120 minutes and fucking Matt Penfield came out, God bless him, son of a bitch, dude, he hit everything, like the Replacements.
They're great.
Sick of it all.
Yeah.
Everything across indie, punk, didn't matter. Everything was on there, and it was such and then he had the goddamn knowledge that he would drop on you, which clearly, he's a music journalist, so he knows it.
Sure.
But it was all, but you're like, this guy knows so much about music. This is unbelievable. Holy shit.
It's just like
No, it always felt like an education.
And I'm at Penfield, and this is the Pixies, and this is Frank Black, and then he goes into the whole goddamn history, and you're like, son of a bitch, this is amazing.
It helped me discover so many bands that I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
Same.
like I was in a basic punk phase in high school.
Right.
Yeah, I get introduced to Bad Religion, Descendant, all that shit.
Right.
But then you have 20 minutes is like, oh, wait, there's like the Lemonheads. And then there's like
dude, totally.
all this other. I'm like, oh, wait a minute now. Hold on a minute now.
Yeah.
You can tell me about this.
Yeah, that's part of the discovery.
No,
like,
Echo and the Bunnymen. There's all sorts of crazy.
Oh yeah, it's nuts.
And because it ran the gamut to like post British new wave to punk rock, just avant garde, like Lena Lovitch. I love the crazy shit she used to sing.
Yeah.
So I still am a big fan. Or fucking what was Nina Hagen? You guys remember her?
Oh my God, I do.
Drop dead gorgeous, punk as fuck, crazy.
Yeah.
She was even a horror hostess for a while, but I loved her. She had
surprised.
she had that like sleazy, fun, dangerous, Euro underground star vibe. And it permeated, like whenever I'd see her in like David Letterman or something, it felt like you were looking at the real deal, like something authentically punk rock and not like, just some manufactured bullshit.
Yeah, no, we were lucky that, I mean, obviously our experience, we were lucky that we were able to have that resource. Whereas kids nowadays, I think, are actually probably more lucky because
Oh yeah.
it's wide open.
Well, now you can just search for the damn
Yeah.
thing instead of hoping
There's no
the
hoping-
Halloween I Went Out video was going to be on
yeah, right.
and taping every fucking thing and overtaping it until you got it.
Until you got
Which
it.
I dare say, actually, the kids nowadays, they probably, their discovery is way larger than ours ever
sure.
was. I mean, the shit
Yeah.
that my
because
kid,
they have autonomy.
yeah, like my son's like, oh, have you heard this band? Have you checked this out? He came to me one day. He was like, yeah, so I don't know. You ever heard Typo Negative? I don't know if you've ever heard of them. I'm like, yeah, I have no idea. Chooch, I've never heard of Typo
Jesus
Negative.
Christ.
I mean,
But like his discovery alone, like he goes down these rabbit holes and he discovers bands that I used to listen to or like brand new shit that I've never even heard of. And
Yeah.
just like it's kind of cool that like it was nice that we had that experience, but in the same note, it's kind of cool that that whole fucking kingdom of closed bullshit is over with
Oh,
because
agreed.
now
Yeah.
it's like everything's open and
to
as
this-
an artist, like you're totally
To this
free.
day, I'll like type in a random song that I know I like, say Jawbreaker or Fill in
Oh,
the
for
Blank,
sure, yeah.
Op Ivy, and then I'll just look down the sidebar and I will just open up in new windows everything that looks remotely interesting.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to each one of those and I'll open up there, and then I'll end
Yep.
up having
Yep.
like 40 fucking windows or more open.
Right.
I give them each like 30 seconds. If you
No, yeah,
hook
yeah.
me or not.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yep.
And then
Yep.
and then I make lists. And then
Yeah.
when I'm drinking with our buddy Dan, we each bring our lists and we comparative shop
Oh,
new
no
bands.
shit. Oh, that's
Because
awesome.
Keeping it alive, keeping it fresh, finding
Yeah.
new things. Like it's like a whole new way. So it's like we had the best of both worlds. In some ways, there was something about the curated days of television, cinema, and music, and that you got what you got, and you had to really dig
Yeah.
deep to find it.
Right.
Everything was I mean, we used to go to movie conventions to find obscure European titles that in the early 2000s just got released everywhere on DVD and now are just streaming everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
And I like that. I like living in a world where I can like just type Jalo into fucking YouTube and get like 400 free choices.
Mhm.
But I do kind of love having grown up in the hard to get era because it really made you appreciate it. And I love existing in the all access era
Yeah.
because now you can celebrate it and pass it on and just it is a spoil of riches, but it's awesome. It's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, I know some older dudes like ourselves, like, oh, you guys back in the day, you don't understand. Like, dude, it
I don't do
sucked,
that.
man. No, we don't do that.
No.
But like it sucked. It was
Agreed.
hard. You had to order shit. It didn't matter what you were doing. If you're
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're sending a fucking money order to someone that you hope's gonna send you a fucking tape,
Exactly.
or if you got scammed at a Columbia House, how many times did you guys get scammed at a
I
Columbia
never
House?
did.
Really?
Columbia
Never,
House.
No shit.
no.
I'm the only fucking asshole here.
Never
did.
Never fucking did
I
it.
still have. This is the funny dude. I still have my Columbia House CDs because they cost me so much goddamn money that I would not get rid of them.
That's
The
crazy.
favorite. This is hilarious. I still have it. It sits on my bookshelf. It's one of the only CDs I have out and still, and it's Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss. Because when I got that fucker from Columbia House, I was like, "This is my fucking jam. I'm Slayer. I am the living
I
embodiment
am
of
now Slayer."
Like I love that record so much, and I got that from Columbia House. There's a couple other ones. I think I got like a Rage Against the Machine from there too, maybe. Like obviously all metal, no matter
I
what.
used to love going to Oliver's when it was
I fucking loved Oliver's.
Oliver's is the best. And
Where was Oliver's?
Right by the SU
It
campus.
was on the hill.
On the hill,
Was that?
like near Down Under Leather, the head shop.
Oh
but
shit!
around the horn by Zopi's, the coffee house.
Was that the
Right by Hungry
Soundgarden?
Chuck's.
Was it
Yeah.
the Soundgarden before the Soundgarden?
I mean, I don't know.
No,
what that,
Soundgarden was always in Armory, I think. Wasn't it?
Maybe. I don't know if I've ever been to Oliver. I don't know if I think I might be too young.
It was a great, like, just like college town
Right.
fucking record
Yeah.
place. But like you'd get like singles from like either Screeching Weasel or Blatz or Crimp Shrine or whatever. But then you'd get the order form. Like
Yeah.
Asian Man Records.
Yes,
or any of the
dude,
things.
yeah.
And then you'd have to like carefully look. And that's where I got my first Shonen Knife LP and
Oh,
a few
nice.
other things. And you're right. It was a hope and a dream. You had to get a money order. You had to go to the post office to get it. You had to fucking make money exchange hands. You knew you were waiting 6 to fucking 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Dude, if
Which
not
is
months.
unfathomable.
If not months.
If I wait 3 days for something from Amazon, I'm losing my
oh,
fucking mind.
dude, I get, and it's like, oh, your delivery's been delayed. I'm like, the fuck it has. I'm
fuck it
I'm
has.
canceling it, and then
Yeah.
I'm going to reorder it, and I'm going to get it tomorrow, asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
First
that's
world
how
problems.
I know it's
But back
fucking
then,
terrible.
dude, I would order shit and forgot. Just
Yeah.
forgot I ordered
Oh,
it.
dude, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Because you couldn't live and die by it.
No, I mean even now, like I'll like pre-order like vinyls and I'll forget about them, and then I'll just get like a thing like, oh, this thing you ordered. I'm like, oh my god, that was a year ago. Holy fuck,
Yeah.
it's finally shipping. Sick.
Yeah.
You know,
And,
but
it was funny because most places you could walk into a record shop and you could just order something. At
oh, I
most
remember. Yeah,
records,
Almost
fucking
all of
stores.
them.
you
Yeah.
could say this
I'll
is
be
what
here
I
like
want.
2 to
That's
Yeah.
when,
2 to
when
4
we were
weeks.
record stop. What was the one we had in the mall forever?
the One Stop Entertainment.
One Stop
Center.
Entertainment.
Yeah,
That's where I got my
I
first
ordered lots of shit.
goblin
yeah.
CDs.
Yeah.
When you and I worked at Waves, I would order shit from there all the time.
Yeah.
Constantly. I would go. They had like that catalog you could go
Yeah.
through and just like grab shit out of it.
Yeah.
Like
Or if you just knew, you could put the suggestion in. They'd look through their catalog.
yep.
Yeah,
They'd order in like the collected works of John Carpenter. Like no one was just having that around.
Yeah, but you could
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
order it.
But you
Yeah.
want it, and I used to cruise around. I used to cruise around in my Caprice Classic in the early '90s. My long hair flowing in the wind.
Sick.
Hard to imagine.
dope Caprice Classic.
Fucking jamming to John Carpenter's fucking music or the scores of Goblin. It was great if around autumn time, around Halloween, driving with a horror film soundtrack in your car.
It's kind of dope.
You just feel like you're in the movie. It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
It's funny. I was just going to the Ontario Antique Mall and I listened to the Suspiria soundtrack all the way there.
There you go.
I was getting weird. I was like, oh man, this is
Just
fucking nuts.
freaking yourself out.
It's like inviting high strangeness.
I was getting a little scared and a little strange. I was like, oh man. And I was up near like Palmyra and shit like that. I'm like, maybe I'll go to the Mormon Center and have an experience. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Let's see. It's like a whole thing.
Well, shit.
Well, there it is. Thank you for joining us, Cryptonaut Podcast. Leave your comments in the section below. Tell us about your music video experiences, what some of your favorite ones were, which ones were transformative, which ones changed the game for you. And yeah, be sure to upload the video. Subscribe if you have not. We are a weekly podcast available right here on YouTube and Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And we got some new merch, actually. There's a merch shelf
Doing it.
here on YouTube, so you can check this out. Got this new shirt right here. Rob's rocking the trucker hat over there. You can go to hellerspace.com, get all that merch. We've got sales happening all the time. So, yeah, if you want to support us that way, that'd be awesome. And if you do happen to get yourself some merch, snap a pic, put it on the gram, put it on
Yes.
whatever, tag us in it, and we'll add it to our
gram.
website where we have a gallery of folks that rock our merch. So we appreciate that you
Yeah,
guys are out
love
there doing
seeing
it. For sure.
The thrill never gets old. Like seeing somebody wearing our merch. I still enjoy it as much as the first.
I've been
time.
Oh, no,
out
it's
in
dope.
I've been out in public and seeing people rocking our shit. I'm like, oh man, that's dope.
I've never
Oh.
seen that.
Like,
Yeah.
goddamn, I wish I had that shirt. Like, son of a bitch.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, it happened a couple years back. Actually, she's it was a woman that I met at one of Charlie's course concerts.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was sitting behind her and she was like, "Are you Mark Storrs?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And she was like, and she had the Octa. I talked about it on the pod a while
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah. I
it
recall
was, it was
that
like
now.
2 years ago. I think
That's
probably.
so funny.
Yeah, no, it was kind of
Did
cool.
they know we were from the same small town?
Yeah. No, they're like local people that knew who we were. So super cool.
Dope.
So yeah, there it is. Thank you all so very much, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Heck,
Goodbye
yes.
videos.
Also-
videos.
Pulse Boutique, Beastie Boys.
Oh yeah, son of a
Come on,
bitch.
that,
Well,
that,
yeah.
that brought
Yeah,
70s back
Boutique.
before it was even moldy in its grave.
Beastie Boys always had great goddamn videos.
No, they did.
Sabotage
Always.
remains one of my favorite mini movies.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
it's
yeah.
Dude,
an era
so
and a
good.
genre
Yeah.
I
And
love.
even like Intergalactic. Oh my god.
oh, Intergalactic.
Yeah, it's just kaiju.
the kaiju. Yeah.
And what was the one where it was a takeoff on Mario Baba's Danger Diabolic? Where where he's wearing the
yes.
white suit and the black suit and they
Yes,
intersplice it with cuts of Philip Law as Diabolic.
Yeah, I can't remember
I
the
should know
damn
this. I can
name
see
of
it in my
I can
brain,
see it, but I
but
can't
See
remember
too.
what it
Yeah,
was.
no,
They always had great videos.
they
though.
always. I mean,
Son
you
of a
can't do a
bitch.
music video discussion without mentioning that.
Oh my god, 100%. There it is. All right, we'll talk to you. Peace.